Good morning everyone, it's early on a Sunday morning and I want to show you guys my new coffee system because up until a couple of days ago I was just having instant coffee, so like Nescafe that you just put in a cup and then you pour boiling water and it makes coffee. But now I'm a big girl and I actually have real coffee, which means I have to prepare it now. So the coffee that I have is this Infusi organic coffee, and I got actual coffee beans, which means I need to grind them down before I can actually drink the coffee. So I have this grinder, so I have to put the coffee beans in. Nanny, coffee's not for you, miss. Hello, dog. The packet's almost empty just because I've already transposed most of them into the actual coffee jar that's over that way. Come on, get it. There you go. And now you just have to grind it down. And then it comes out as actual coffee powder on the other end, or coffee grounds. So there it is, and you can change how coarse or fine the grounds are. And then I use a French press. I'm the only one in the house who drinks coffee and I only have 1 cup of coffee, because before anyone says anything, I actually am allowed coffee, just no more than 2 cups a day, and I have 1 cup a day. So before anybody comes at me. But yeah, I just have a very small French press because it's just me. There we go. And now I have to make the water boil, which is loud. So for those of you who haven't used a French press before, you want to pour the hot water to about halfway up. And you let it sit for about a minute. I tend to put the cover back on just to keep it warm. And then after a minute, you can stir. That's thick coffee. And pour the rest of the water. And you want to stir again just to help everything mix in. And then you let it sit for a little bit longer. You can't be in a rush for your morning coffee when you're doing it this way. While we wait for that, what kind of drinks do you guys have in the morning? Do you have coffee, tea, hot chocolate, hot milk? I know some people do in the mornings, which is weird because that makes me sleepy. But yeah, what do you guys have to drink in the morning? Ben just has a normal tea with a bit of sugar. I now have my nice fancy coffee with no milk or sugar. It doesn't need anything. But yeah, so what do you drink in the morning? And here comes the press part of French press. You press it down. You want to go slowly. There you go. And then you spill it everywhere. No, you don't. Done. And I've got 1 nice cup of coffee that's freshly made. Really freshly made. Hi friends, sorry that it's really dark. It's been raining all week, like non-stop, and so it's never been very good for filming. I've been trying to wait until the rain stops so that I can film with some kind of natural light, but it's still raining. I don't know if you can see out the window, probably not. But yeah, it's still raining and it's Sunday night, so we're just gonna film here like this. For this week's positivity segment, I want to talk about accepting being wrong. Often you'll find yourself in a situation or in a conversation where you've stated something and later it turns out you were wrong. Most of us take our pride to heart at this point and refuse to accept that we were wrong or say, oh, but I thought, or oh, I misremembered, or whatever it is, we find excuses. We don't want to accept that we were wrong. It's horrible to think that you were wrong on something you thought you knew. But it's so important to realize nobody is perfect, and that includes you. The people around you will get facts wrong, and so will you. Take it as an opportunity to learn. You may have been wrong, but all that means is you now have something new to learn. Simply put, it's as simple as just saying, oh, I must have been wrong, sorry, and that's it. And then you can just go on and educate yourself more on the topic. It's definitely the kind of thing that's easier said than done. A lot of us struggle with saying I was wrong, but it's so important to learn. Being wrong doesn't mean you failed. Being wrong just means there's more out there for you to learn. So this week, Ben and I have booked a trip. We're going away for a few days in September, and it's the first time we're going away without taking Nanny with us, which means we've kind of had to figure out what to do. Those of you who have a pet and have travelled know it's not easy to travel with your pet, and therefore it's often easier to just leave them at home. But then what do you do? Do you put them in a kennel? Do you ask a friend to look after them? Do you hire someone to look after them? Do you leave them at someone else's house? Do you get someone to come to your house? There's so many different options. Well, for us, a kennel is just not going to happen. I personally don't like kennels. Most of them don't have enough enrichment for the animals or enough attention per animal. They're just kind of in their little zone. So a kennel's just not something I'm comfortable with for my own dog. And I do have some family in the area. They're all busy and have their own jobs, and a lot of them have their own pets, especially cats. And Nanny likes cats. Cats don't like Nanny. She tries to play with them, and most cats don't like that. Thankfully, there's a page on Facebook for the Italian Greyhound owners in our area, and we managed to find someone who would really happily look after Nanny for us. So today we actually went out and met them and met their Italian Greyhound to see if the dogs would get on, and they really did. They had a lot of fun playing together and messing around, and each owner kind of like swapped dogs also, just because their dog was really cute and I wanted to say hi to it and they wanted to say hi to Nanny, and it went really, really well. So normally she'll be able to stay with them while we're gone. Obviously, as you guys have noticed, I'm not saying the dates I am gone, and I'll tell you where we're going but closer to the day. That's just for safety reasons, really. I don't want people to know when we're not in the house, because that's not great. I know this vlog is very like short and boring. It's just with the rain, I haven't done anything this week. I also haven't been feeling super great. I've been really sick lately, and just really weak all the time and sleeping a lot. So we've really not done much, except for like house chores. But I don't think you guys want to watch me vacuum or iron or that kind of stuff. So it's more of a sit down and have a chat kind of vlog. Speaking of having a chat, I mentioned last week that we were going to do a Q&A for pretty much anything, but specifically related to kind of pregnancy, baby questions, because I know a lot of you have a lot of questions. So don't hesitate to send me your questions either through DMs, comment on this video, however you can reach me. I will be kind of posting up the answers, not next week's vlog, but the week after. So that still gives you guys a couple weeks to come up with any questions you have and to send them to me. So as I said, it is mainly a general Q&A. So if you have questions about the channel, merch, maybe there might be questions surrounding merch, who knows? My life, Nanny, but specifically I know a lot of people will have questions about the pregnancy, baby, that kind of stuff. So if you have any questions, now's really the chance to ask them. That's not to say I won't be doing any future Q&As about pregnancy, baby stuff, but like this is a good chance to get them started, because a lot of the questions you guys will have down the line can kind of already be answered now anyway, so let's just get on with it. I don't know, I'm also really excited about it. I just want to talk about it. So if you do have questions, please don't hesitate to send them to me. And that video will be coming up in a couple weeks. The forecast for next week is quite a bit drier. So hopefully I'll also be feeling a bit better and we can actually go out of the house and do stuff, because we really haven't done anything interesting this week. So hopefully next week's vlog will have more things, at least the sun. It would be nice to have the sun for next week's vlog. But until then, bye!